Hello students, hope you all are going, all your life going good and smooth. As far as the classes are said and concerned, as we are discussing all subjects, we are delivering the lecture through online mode. Hope everything going fine and well, and as far as organization behavior part is concerned, I just like to revise whatever concept I have discussed from first day onwards today. As you know, I have started with first unit, meaning, concept, definition of organization behavior. I explained its importance, how organization behavior is interdisciplinary, its scope in brief, nature and characteristics too, importance too. In the first unit, second portion, chapter 2, I have discussed the concepts and theories related to learning, motivation, personality, perception. This is about first unit, whatever I discussed. In unit 2, I explained leadership in brief, meaning, concept, and important characteristics, qualities to become a successful leader, which is also known as leadership effectiveness. I also explained various style of leadership in brief, where I discussed autocratic, democratic, laissez-faire, charismatic, transactional, transformational leadership, and both its positive and negative part. Last week only, I started the concept of group dynamics, where I told what is group dynamics, feature and characteristics of group dynamics, how group can be differentiated from team. Today, I will tell you how many types of groups are there and how they operate and function. Basically, organization consisting of group, which could be broadly categorized into two. First, it is formal group. Second is informal group. Today, I will explain what is formal group and its characteristics, its nature, and how many types of formal group usually we find in the organization. Students, as far as formal term is said, formal means which is related to something defined, structured, procedural structure required to follow whenever, which is expected. The formal may be your look, formal may be your speaking style, formal must be your approach, your outlook. I always used to speak inside the classroom. You should be formal enough in order to deal with any sort of condition, corporate condition and culture. So as far as the group is concerned, formal group similarly is a kind of group which has been prepared, designed according to the structure of the organization. So what I can say, formal group is always structured formal, which is predetermined, pre-identified, which is properly arranged. In what way it is arranged? It is arranged and organized according to the layer of the organizational setup. It means we will find different sort of people, designated people, and in informal group we will set certain formal relationship between or among the employees existing within the group. Next, it is called, it is intentionally created. Formal group is always intentionally created. It means before forming of this kind of formal group, I am talking about formal group. So organization always create formal group intentionally, knowingly, in order to specific goal, achieve specific goal or perform some specific function. So it is intentionally created by the organization itself. Next, it is formal groups are either permanent or temporary. So all the time formal groups are not necessary this will exist or coexist throughout the life of the organization. If we will talk about top level management, the group of directors, if or you can say top strategy group or team what has been formed or framed, this may be relatively permanent. Group of directors, what I told, that remaining permanent. But there are certain groups which may exist or coexist for specific purpose. After completion of that same, the group may be dissolved. So formal group either permanent or maybe may not be permanent. Next it called. Next is following of channel of communication. Proper channel of communication. So whenever we frame a form, any formal group, we have to specifically prepare a proper route or channel of communication, sharing of information among different part and different members of the group. Haphazardly, no communication has been set up. The defined, proposed, predetermined channel of communication has to be established and information has to be passed to different part and member of the group systematically and officially. So following a specific official channel of communication, that is quite important in the formal group. Next it is following of norms. Following of norms and rules. So whenever we are talking about formal group, formal part, so we definitely find a kind of you can say predetermined norms, rules which can be created at the time when the company can be created in the form of article of association, memorandum of association. That is something which govern an organization, which govern a company. On the basis of that article, that basis of that constitution of the company, these particular groups are being formed, being operated, managed and administered and controlled through. So what I mean, whatever group, formal group has been designed, prepared, that has to be performed and operate according to the predetermined norms, rules and guidelines of the organization. That means whatever thing will be happen in a formal group, that always goes officially, little bit you can say strict and rigid in its approach. So in order to understand the concept of, these are the different you can say important characteristics of formal group, I think now you can able to understand well that what is a formal group and how it is created. So it will be understood better if we will understand individually different types of formal group that exist and coexist in the organization. If we will talk about different types of formal group, majorly we find three types of formal group. Types of formal group. Types of formal group. We find three types of formal group. First it is command group. Command group. Second it is task group. And third is committee. Third is committee. Committee form of organization. Again, I am telling that types of formal group, usually we find three types of command group exist or coexist in the organization. I will explain one after another, and it's how it operates and its nature. I will explain. What is command group? Command group is that type of formal group which is predetermined, planned and structured way it is prepared, and very common in the organizations. Command group. These command groups are being created and remain with the organization for throughout the life. It means command group are being prepared, are being structured, are being established for the purpose of doing a task and which is completely permanent in nature. Although their objective is to perform a specific goal, but that specific goal carries on throughout the career of the organization. As far as the nature of command group is concerned, here all the superior subordinate relationship has been properly followed, and the goal, the objective is predetermined within the framework of that goal and objective. Usually command groups are being operated. So it is not necessary that command group is that group which performs a specific only single command group we will not find in the organization. Rather, we will find different form of command group in a separate layer. We can say command group, this is organization. So command group may exist in form of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is a command group. Separate command group can be prepared for another specific goal and objective. So these are the command groups which lead to the achieving of certain goal and objective. Next it comes what is task group, which is the opposite of command group. What I told in case of command group, usually just told command group is those type of groups which exist quite permanent in nature, which remain constant, and in order to achieve a certain goal which coexist throughout the life of the organization. What I told about command group. But what about task group? That is opposite. That means that task groups are those groups which always remains with the company, which is prepared for the company in order to follow, in order to achieve some specific objective and goal. They exist and formulated in order to perform some specific task only. The moment the particular task is completed and over, the whole group will be dissolved. It means we sometime we find this kind of task group in order to perform some exclusive function. Some task force has been created to perform some exclusive function. Once that the objective is fulfilled, that will be dissolved, and one more task group can be created in order to do or perform some critical evaluation or critical performance. I can say, for example, in a company, if a unidentifiable trouble occur in the machine of the which lead to a huge trouble for the overall performance of the factory, suppose, so which is not easily identified by the operators, and you can say the the technicians and engineers of the current department and shop level. So what we can say, we require to prepare a special group or team, some task forces to be formulated in order to identify where really the problem occurs, and their job is to perform some specific objective to solve the same trouble. How to solve, identify that trouble, and how this trouble could be rectified, how this trouble could be performed. The trouble could be repaired and separated, so that the smooth operation of the. So what I can say, task force job is to perform that same thing that exists until the trouble occur in the factory. Once the trouble has been taken away or it's been solved, the existence of that task force will be no more. So you can say this is kind of task group usually prepared when formed in order to perform some specific critical problem and all. Once it has been over and it has been completed, this particular task group can automatically dissolved. And this kind of task group is very common in the organization. Sometimes some group has been formed to perform some task group. So suppose a company want to restructure the salary and compensation policy of the employee, certain task group has been formed to look upon the issue, and after preparation of the policy, that group. Sometimes in order to check out the financial matter, some financial task force has been formed, and once the task is over, this may be dissolved. So this kind of thing, this kind of group is very, very common in the formal organization, formal group we usually find in the organization. Another last, it is a committee form of organization. Committee form of organization. And this is also a very important formal group that operates in the organization. Committee has been formed and framed either for the purpose of performing a permanent kind of task. Some committees are prepared and remain in the organization from quite longer time and for permanent purpose, but some committees are being formed for the purpose to fulfill certain purpose. The moment it is over, then this may be. So committee may be permanent or may be temporary. So this cannot be easily understood by the words only. If I will set you certain example, so you can understand it well. So there are some committees are being formed which is very very permanent in nature, like some financial committee or some strategic committee has been formed. So this financial committee, strategic committee, or you can say welfare committee of the employee, these are very permanent in nature. Their task always goes on. They are always looking after the issue throughout the life. Sometimes some committee has been formed to elect the chairman of the company, but those committees are not permanent. So when committee has been set up to choose the representative of the company, choose the chairman of the company, once the election procedure is over, that committee automatically demolished. So what I mean, all committee type of organization very commonly exist in the organization, but not necessarily they will remain permanent in nature, or not necessarily they will demolish, or they may be dissolved in few days, week or month or year. So it depends upon for what purpose the committee has been formed. If it is financial committee, if it is an advisory committee, if it is a welfare kind of committee, this may goes quite longer time period. But if the committee is there to perform some specific task like electing some people or preparing some specific strategy. Some committee are being formed, or sometime you can say some committees are being formed to investigate the matter. Suppose an industrial accident occurs, some special committees has been formed, and those committee will work for specific purpose. So what I mean, so this is what various types of group we really find in the organization very commonly, and this type of organization are very specific, structured, permanent or temporary. I mean all type of characteristics what I told, that is structured, all these things, three type of organization structure, they are being created within the structure of the organization intentionally. They are being created, and either permanent, this group, some group are permanent I told, like command group, and some committees are permanent, but a task group, and some committees are temporary. And in all type of group, whether it is command, task or committee, the channel of communication is very defined, very specific. We will find unity of command, unit span of control. We will find all the delegation of authority, centralization, decentralization are different functions which very specifically followed in this type of task, in this type of command, task and committee group. Next, all the norms, rules, guidelines which is predetermined and predefined has to be strictly followed in this type of organization. So this is all about what I mean formal group, its meaning, its characteristics and important types of formal group. This could be an important part for you in this particular unit. Next class I will explain what is informal group, how informal group has been created, because it's a important part of group dynamics. So how informal group has been created, what is the nature of the informal group, and how many types of informal groups are there, what are their objective, how they have been created, I will explain in the next class. So this is all for today's session. Thank you very much. I will conduct one Google Meet class to clarify your doubt. Thank you.